Take Another Look, our public affairs program bringing you news and information that you can use in the village of Dalton. Today we have a special guest with us. Her name is Rochelle Ward. She's the site manager for the Dalton Community Cafe. Rochelle, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Giovanni. It's a pleasure to be here at the village of Dalton and doing this interview with you today to talk about the Dalton Community Cafe.
Sounds good. And I saw you yesterday, so it's good to see you again for a second time.
Yes, see you again for a second time.
So for all of our viewers who aren't familiar perhaps with the Dalton Community Cafe, can you give us a little insight? What's the cafe all about?
Dalton Community Cafe is a place where seniors can go and get a nutritional lunch Monday through Friday. We serve lunch at 11:30 a.m. We open our facility at 10 o'clock a.m. and we close at 2 p.m. We provide games, exercise activities, nutrition education, and parties, trips, and more.
Wow, so that's a lot. We have a lot to discuss today.
Yes.
All right, now let's start with the meals because I was there yesterday and the food was amazing. I got really full. It was great. So let's start with the meals. How's the meal prep, the planning? What's the process of your offering with the meals?
I have 2 caterers that I use, and I alternate between the days. When you came yesterday, we had chicken corn chowder casserole.
So good.
That was our first time having that on the menu. Thank you. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I try to add new things and spice it up every month. Along with the chicken corn chowder casserole, we had butter rotini pasta, noodles, mixed vegetables, French bread with butter, and coleslaw and peaches. And it might sound like a lot or overwhelming, but we want our seniors to have a complete nutritional meal, and all of our meals are approved by our nutritionist each month. So they don't have, they're very low in sodium, and they're good for seniors who have any special diet needs, where high blood pressure or diabetic. We can make those special requests for them as well.
Today I heard that there was some sort of a salad bar that was being served today. Is that correct?
Yes, so today we have a salad bar, which every Wednesday, I have made salad bar day for Dalton Community Cafe. So what that consists of is you'll get your deli sandwich, soup, tossed salad with a variety of toppings, and that can range from bacon bits, croutons, fried onions, sunflower seeds, feta cheese, olives. I mean, you name it, cucumbers, all of that, we have it. And today, for March 4th, we have tuna salad on a croissant, we have split pea soup, and our tall salad with a variety of toppings. And then we also are serving yogurt and pears and coleslaw with that.
Wow, so the menu is extensive to say the least.
Yes.
All right, now in addition to the lunch options that you referenced, you mentioned some activities. Tell us a little bit about the activities that are being offered.
So the activities that we have offered at our Dalton Community Cafe, we play Family Feud, we do a spades and bidwiz tournament, we do a coffee and conversations connection, where our seniors, in the morning at 10 o'clock, I have hot coffee and snacks for them, so they'll come in and we'll go over what's happened in the news, or and just go over daily events. Also, we do bingo. Bingo is very popular.
Oh, that's a popular game. People get serious about their bingo.
Yes, very serious.
It gets intense.
Yes, and it's a very popular game with our seniors. And we have very nice gifts that we hand out for our games, for our lucky winners and prizes. We also do a movie day as well, and we pick out a movie as a group, and we'll watch that before lunch.
Okay.
So. That's to name a few of the in-house activities. Now, as far as out-house activities, we do have field trips that we conduct and take.
Are there any upcoming trips or some recent ones that?
Upcoming trip that we are planning will be at the Starved Rock
Oh, I've heard that's so nice.
And that will be going to go see Lionel Richie impersonator at the end of this month.
I need to go on this trip.
Yes. Come on, you can come as a volunteer and help out. We'll be providing lunch and transportation.
Nice. So you give the seniors an opportunity, of course, to cover all the food groups, have nutritious meals, and engage and step out into the community and get some activity as well.
Yes, and actually, the Dalton Community Cafe is the seniors' cafe. I'm just the overseer. I really want them to feel like this is their personal space where they can come and let their hair down. So I let them pick out the activities, the games, and the trips that we want to take, and we vote on as a group. So it's really not even, a lot of these ideas are the senior ideas, and I'm orchestrating those ideas for the seniors. So it's just really cool because I want to keep them involved and keep them active. I was raised by my grandmother. She took custody of me at 7 years old, and I was raised by my great grandmother, and this is just something that sits close to home with me. So, and
that's beautiful.
I definitely always tell them they have a hot date with me at 11:30. So,
and I can relate to that as well. My grandmother passed a few years ago.
Sorry.
But when she was living, and she was in Gary, Indiana, which is where I'm from originally, and they had a senior program, and she would love it. It was on. She would always go Tuesdays, and she didn't miss it. She always talked about the good camaraderie with her other friends there. And it was a nice way for her to engage and just have fellowship within the community.
And this is true. That is, and I'm sorry for your loss. This program has actually been around since 1970, the 1970s. So we received, throughout the years, we have been receiving federal funding, state funding, and now it has expanded. With our district, we have 9 dining sites, and then we have 9 hub sites. But the hub sites are our homebound meals, where we deliver meals to the seniors that can't get out the house. So if anyone that is listening to this and they can't get out the house, they can still participate with our other surrounding community cafes. We have one in Phoenix, Illinois, and then also one in South Chicago Heights. And both of them do homebound delivery meals as well.
I didn't know that. And as far as the Dalton Community Cafe, when did the program start here?
Well, I actually opened up the Dalton Community Cafe October 1st of 2019. And then our official grand opening that I had was on December 5th. It was a great turnout. Mayor Wiley came out and definitely showed a lot of support. Trustee Steve. It was just, I had over 50 seniors there. And ever since then, my attendance has just been increasing. So I do like to, I kind of want to use December 5th now as my official start date, but October 1st is actually when we started.
Okay, and since the program is funded, as you mentioned, how many participants are needed either on a weekly basis or daily basis to make sure the program can flourish and continue to be in the village of Dalton?
My goal is to receive at least a regular of 30 seniors coming in
per day?
Per day.
Okay.
Within 6 months.
All right.
We do give it a time. I mean, a year, it'll probably take a year for the turnaround, for the word to get out, and then also with the weather, we're just coming out the winter. We just got into March. So I know the numbers will definitely increase. But my goal within like the first 6 months to a year is to get a regular 30 people attending. And we're already halfway there. So I have about a regular 15 people that come solid now. So,
but we definitely need many more, especially we have a relatively large senior population here in the village.
And that was one of the reasons why we brought Dalton Community Cafe here, because out of Thornton Township, Dalton has one of the highest population of seniors. So we figured this is something that's needed. It's not a program that's like this around. We are the only community cafe that serve older adults ages 60 and older a basically free meal, nutritional meal, Monday through Friday. And even though we do ask for a small donation of $3, but we will never, no one is never turned away. So
Wow.
we still always have extra food. I'm always have extra food to
There's
give out.
so much food.
So much
I'm
food.
telling you, yesterday I was stuffed.
Yes, so that's definitely, I want to definitely make sure that people look at Dalton Community Cafe as an open door. I don't turn anyone away. Even if they're under the age of 60 years old, you can still come in and participate as a volunteer and hang out with the seniors because they love to socialize in company. And a lot of our seniors, you have some that have families, but a lot of them don't. Their family may be relocated or whatever the scenario is. So it's definitely good to have a lot of volunteers there because they'll see they have something to look forward to and making new friends and creating a new family. So.
And do the seniors need to RSVP? So for any seniors who see this video and see this interview and want to participate, do they need to RSVP, or what's the process for a senior to sign up for the cafe?
So the process, yes, we do want seniors to RSVP, and the purpose of RSVP is so I order enough food from the caterer. Since I don't cook anything in-house, I order in advance. So I would normally like to have the seniors RSVP at least 24 hours in advance, and that way I can give my caterer a heads up if I need to make any changes.
For planning, of course.
Yes. But if a senior is unable to RSVP, or they just drive past and just say, hey, I'm right here in the area, I just wanted to stop in, I still strongly suggest to still come, even without that RSVP. Because 9 times out of 10, I'll still have a meal for you.
I know. I have
and I'm going to make it stretch. Like I said, I was raised by my grandmother, so I know how to fill a village, feed a village. And I definitely love to see. I love to put smiles on people's faces, and I like to make sure that people, have a nutritious meal. It's definitely needed.
It is.
And as a Black community, we have to definitely watch what we eat. We have to watch our diet, and with the way that seniors and their budgeting, everyone can't afford to go get fresh produce. And it's just, even if you come and just participate with the salad bar once a week, that's a good advantage, just to get out the house and socialize and get some nutrition in there. Because 9 times 10, you could maybe get a doggy bag. So
take it to go, right?
Right, take it to go. You don't even have to, if you don't want to stay, take it to go. But I promote staying because it is a cafe, and all of our seniors pretty much stay to the end.
Now, also, I noticed that there is a Bible study that happens. Pastor Melvin was there, I believe, earlier today, facilitating a Bible study for the participants.
Yes, Pastor Melvin and the lead pastor, Christopher Dodd, they alternate taking turns with the Bible study with downstairs in the cafe. So basically what that is that New Community Church is where I host the Dalton Community Cafe. I'm located in their basement in their cafeteria. So I wanted to connect the dots, and because I have a lot of participants that come to the Dalton Community Cafe that are members of New Community Church.
All right.
So I just knew, how dare I not include them in this program. So on Wednesdays, while we have Salad Bar, which is also Bring a Friend Day.
Nice.
We will also do for an hour, and it's sometimes not even an hour, about roughly 30 to 45 minutes of Bible study. And it's nothing pressured, because I know that some people that may come to the cafe might not have the same religion. So if that is the case, I will make arrangements to change the plan. But I don't want to discourage any of our non-Christian Dalton Community Cafe participants not to come on Wednesdays because of that.
And they have tons of options.
Tons of options.
The trips and all the activities,
yes,
so
then,
they can choose.
But New Community Church is a huge church, so it's plenty of room, plenty of space. We have a game room in there, a lounge area, and other places for the seniors to hang out if they don't want to participate in the Bible study.
Okay. And of course, we wanted to help get the word out with the show and talking about what's going on. What other initiatives have you been working to get the word out in other ways throughout the community?
Yes, so we have it. I have a volunteer that's a senior that participates in the cafe. Since the grand opening, she has not missed a day. Her name
That's
is
commitment.
Yes, and her name is Marion Clay. She goes to the board meetings for me. She hands out flyers for me. She does a lot of outreach as far as just to inform people about the good things that we have going on at Dalton Community Cafe.
That's good.
So Marion Clay is a volunteer that I have that actually goes out and does a lot of marketing and public relations work for Dalton Community Cafe. I as well go out to local municipalities or other senior assisted living facilities, things where I know seniors will hang out as well and pass out flyers. But we definitely, now that the weather has break, I'm going to be on foot now. So we're going door to door now. But
getting the carpool,
yes,
right? Getting
yes.
a big bus and bringing them over to the cafe.
So.
And we have here at the Village Hall, we also have flyers and information about the cafe. We keep the menu posted upstairs. So if anybody comes into the Village Hall, they'll be able to see some information about the cafe as well. You mentioned a trip to Starved Rock. If there are seniors who want to participate in the trip, how would they go about participating, or what's the process for that?
Okay, with the process for the Starved Rock trip, it is a TBA, to be announced as far as the details, because we are working on transportation and getting a solid RSVP list of seniors who are going to participate and go. So if they do want any additional information in regards to the trip, they can give me a call at 708-310-4442.
All right.
That is my office line. You can leave a voicemail for me, and I will fill you in on any updates as far as the trip, because this will be my first field trip.
Okay.
So I definitely want to make sure I have everything right, everything prepared before I have people spend their money. So what we're trying to do is definitely make sure we get it to a reasonable price so our seniors can afford it and enjoy their time while they are there.
Now, in terms of feedback from the seniors, especially with the regulars, the 15 that you mentioned are faithful and come all the time. What has been their feedback in terms of what they enjoy most about the program?
What they enjoy most about the program is all the food that they get. You know, they're receiving.
Of course, right?
That's the main thing. You know, they're amazed because my menu is
It's extensive.
It's
You have it
extensive.
right here,
I
and
have prime rib.
Oh.
I do lemon baked chicken. We have Oriental chicken. We do a stir fry. We do baked ham. We do Southern chicken with country gravy. So it's such a variety, and it's really good food. I mean, it's catered, and it looks like it's better than some restaurants. You know, it's better than what you can get at a McDonald's, and you can't beat that. $3, and I get all of this.
And the $3 is the requested donation amount, right?
Requested donation.
So the meal technically is a free meal with a $3 donation if they can.
Yes, because the actual cost of the meal is about $19.88.
That's a huge savings for our seniors.
So, and I have that, you know, when they donate, I have that information there, so they'll see it for themselves. And then all the donations that the seniors provide are put towards the activities and games and trips that we do. So it's not pocketed, it's not sent to another cafe, it's our money, and this is what we use for your activities, your games, and the events. Like last month, we had a big Valentine's Day party and gave out Valentine's Day gifts, and we had mock champagne and dessert, and it was really nice. And that was all because of the donations that we received. I was able to orchestrate those type of things. So the more donations, the more activities, and the more things we can introduce. Right now, we're working on line dancing.
Oh, that's
So
just
come
good.
April, we'll start line dancing classes
Electric
in the cafe.
slide and all that.
Yes, chair aerobics, and plan more trips. Hopefully, try to get another field trip in as well when we leave off site. And maybe go visit another site that we have, because we do have 9 other locations too.
Wow. And where are the other locations?
So to name a few sites that we could possibly visit would be Lamont, Addison, South Chicago Heights, Phoenix, Brookfield, Schaumburg, just to name a few. So that, I mean, the list goes on.
It's a big program.
It's a big program.
And since in the village, this is the only program like this in this area for seniors, if there are seniors who live perhaps in South Holland, can they come and participate?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as they're a United States of America citizen, they can come participate in this program, and over the age of 60.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so no, we don't. That's I definitely. This is a open door. So this is actually something that was funded through an age act for senior citizens. So this is like their gift from their country as being a senior citizen.
And the Older Americans Act, as you mentioned, is a really valuable initiative because our seniors have done so much. They've paved the way in so many ways, and it's good to honor them and, give them something to pay it forward.
Yes. And I really feel like it hits close to home because by being raised by my grandmother, and she was a single woman as well, and to see how your finances change as you get older and it's
fixed
time
income,
to retire, and
right.
you're living off a fixed pension and things like that. It was hard to keep that refrigerator full. So I know firsthand that this program is needed, and that's basically the most important part is the food. And that's why I do my best to make sure that we get very good food, that everything matches what it says to the T, that it's flavorful, that it's cooked properly, because I know for firsthand experience the struggle is real.
It's
so
real.
you have to, and a lot of times our senior citizens are not too open into discussing their personal issues.
Right.
So this is a good way to, if you have a grandparent or a great aunt that's stubborn, don't want to come out of the house, instead of saying, I'm going to take you somewhere where you can get a free meal, you can say, I'm going to take you to the cafe, the Dalton Community Cafe, and it softens, the tone for them, and then they'll see that, this is just something for me.
Right.
And that, as a senior citizen, that makes you feel good because you know that someone cares and knows, and deep down inside you didn't have to ask.
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to have to ask. You should already know what I need. So, and that's just pretty much what I want to do. I want to feed as many seniors as I can. Our sites that have been around longer than me, like Brookfield, they've been around for over 10 years. And now they have 150 seniors that come every day.
Whoa.
So I know that it can be done, and it will be done. It just takes some time. So, and I want to keep that around, and the more people that we get, the more incentives that we will get for seniors and bring back to the community. So
that's good. And that's why we wanted to have you on today, to really urge seniors and let everyone know that the program's here.
Yes.
It's available, it's accessible. If you haven't gone out, go out, visit, eat, enjoy. And if we have residents in the village who are not in, let's say they're baby boomers or millennials, and they want to support the cafe, is there a way they can do donations or something to support even if they're not a senior?
They can always come in Monday through Friday between the hours of 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. and they can fill out a volunteer application with me. And they can also, or if they just want to drop in a donation, we have a donation box that's anonymous. They can just leave their donation in there as well. Actually, anyone that is not of age and does volunteer work for me as far as like marketing, say I just wanted to help out and pass flyers, I can reimburse them with mileage. That's an incentive that I do have for volunteers is mileage reimbursement. So anyone out there that's thinking about, have some extra time on their hand or want to give back to the community, definitely come to the community cafe. I have a heavy load of flyers for you to pass out, and you will be compensated for your mileage. So
that's a great opportunity. So everyone can get involved. Basically, there's no one that cannot get involved in the Dalton Community Village Cafe. Well, Rochelle, thank you so much for coming on today. We appreciate you sharing the information about the great things the cafe is doing, and we urge all of our viewers to participate. If you are a senior, come out, eat, play games, hang out, have fun, and fellowship. And even if you're not a senior, there's opportunities, as Rochelle stated, to contribute and possibly even volunteer to support this initiative. We'll close out today's segment with a special invitation to the cafe from Pastor Dodd.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Chris Dodd, and I am the pastor here at New Community Church, where God and people are loved. I want to invite everyone to come out to our Dalton Community Cafe. It is how we empower our seniors through nutritious meals. We are located at 14801 Lincoln Avenue, and from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we have games, we have activities, we have delicious food, and we want you to be a part of this. So if you are in this community, help us grow this program. We would love for you to be our guest at our Dolton Community Cafe. Thank you. God bless.